Well, I wanted to show you something very special. I'm just showing it to you right now. This is an amazing custom makeup vanity that Andy made for me. I already showed it on my Instagram video after he finished it, but I realized I haven't shown it to you. So this is amazing and beautiful and completely custom made. And it fills my heart with joy and love when I think about how Andy made it for me. So I used to have all my makeup in this IKEA, is it Alexis? I want to call it Expedite, but I think that might be the bookcase. So I used to have all my cosmetics there, and then actually, hang on, over in the bathroom I started keeping stuff over there. Don't mind my closet slash shower here. Anyways, so I had makeup kind of everywhere, and I've always dreamed of just having like a beautiful vanity where I could put everything and where you could sit and do your makeup, because I've never had that. And so I kind of told Andy I've always wanted a vanity, and I found one that I liked online, but it was super expensive. So he was like, you know what, I'm gonna make one for you. And it was a big project. He worked on it pretty much all year. He finished it up a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago. The drawers are basically made, I think, out of plywood. Pretty much everything's made out of plywood. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regular kind of shorter drawers, one larger one at the bottom on either side. I kind of have some of my taller items in there. Like over there, I've got all my Pat McGrath, the big palettes and stuff. These little knobs are from Target. They're by Threshold. They actually come like in a silvery color, but I didn't like the silver because by that point I'd already chosen these for my anthropology, of course. So Andy got some gold paint and painted the backs of the knobs gold. And then, as I said, these drawer pulls, which remind me kind of like ocean or something like that. These are from Anthro, and I wanted these to kind of be in the center, in the middle drawer. You can just easily pull it out. So on the other side, it's the duplicate, the same 5 smaller drawers, 1 larger one. The glass he ordered online. It was custom cut glass, and we were, you know, talking about it and like a beveled edge and language that was kind of new to me. Yeah, I don't really know more than that. I know he used a website program to like come up with all the, to do a mock-up and come up with all the measurements and stuff. The mirror is from Amazon, and hang on, let me turn it off actually. You might be able to see it a little bit better without the glaring lights. These are just some dimmable like Hollywood bulbs, I think that's what they're called. And they have this wire that goes around. So Andy just hid the wire, and it's very discreet. You really can't tell unless I start pointing it out. So we got this set of dimmable lights, also from Amazon. So mirror and lights are Amazon, just generic. Like we didn't do a custom cut mirror for the top. And then over here is the dimmable light. So if you turn it on, it's very sensitive to touch. It goes to the last degree of brightness, and then if you push it, it'll become brighter. Oh god, it's really, really, really bright. If I touch it, it starts to dim. Can you see that? How it just dimmed like that for me? So this is probably a little bit nicer to film, so it's not as bright for you. But in the morning when it's like dark and I need to put on some makeup before work, I want it kind of a little bit brighter. And we've got this chair here. I don't think it'll be permanent. I just wanted to do like a little stool to tuck underneath, but Andy had this available, so we're using it. I do honestly tend to keep it covered up with a towel, because this one here, Mr. Stitch likes to scratch his nails on it. I'm calling you out. Stitchy poos. So he like already scratched it up, and I only had it uncovered for about 2 days, and he did all that. So yes, they have scratching posts. Yes, they have toys. There's a bit of toys in there, plus in the closet. So anyways, I really love how it's clear on top. I think that's really special. So it kind of made it hard to be like, what do I put on top? I know I wanted to have my brushes. I've got like my Tom Fords, some little ones. I've got my beautiful Surratt brushes here. I've got mostly Sonia G's, a couple Wayne Goss over here. These are my kind of old ones from MAC, like from years ago. Up here, I have some bigger ones, and I was trying to like sort it by label. So like Marc Jacobs faces that way, Hourglass well, Bobby Brown's upside down. Some of these point the other way. I kind of got to figure that out. I put some of my Pat McGrath over here, although honestly, I've got some of the big for the motherships over here, and I just ordered the 6, so I'm still missing the 4, of course, but the mothership 4. And then over here, I thought, let me do some of my Tom Fords, because these are just beautiful, really pretty packaging, and I do use the lip items somewhat frequently, so yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I want it to look. But I just think this is so beautiful, and it makes me so happy that Andy was willing to put in all that time and effort and to make that for me. So he's just the sweetest little sweetheart, huh? All right, so I actually have a wedding update for you, believe it or not. We set a date early June. Andy and I have been engaged for, 2 years now, and after last year when we went to the Kimpton and got those estimates and got a wedding coordinator estimate and a photographer estimate, everything got way expensive, and we took a step back and we just decided, let's focus on saving. We opened up our own high yield savings accounts, which is cool because then it earns more money than a regular savings account. And now we're actually pushing the throttle, if you will, and moving ahead. So we set our wedding date, we have a venue, we are going to get married at the Sunken Gardens at the Santa Barbara Courthouse, which is beautiful. If you ever Google like Santa Barbara Courthouse, you'll just see, oh my gosh, it is so pretty. It's like a really nice courthouse. And yeah, so we've got the venue at the courthouse. That space is reserved. We have a photographer. I have a dream photographer. Her name is Willa Cavetta. However, she's pricey. However, she has a 2-hour courthouse special. So you can get her to photograph your wedding at the courthouse for 2 hours, or possibly, I think, afterwards for a reception, at a really great price. So when we saw that, we scheduled that. And I actually have a dress, believe it or not. So it's just the second dress that I got. But it's very pretty, it's unique, it's non-traditional, it's fun, and when I put it on, I feel like I could do a little dance in it, like a fun little flamenco dance type of thing. So the first dress that I ordered was from a vintage shop up in Portland called Extabay Vintage. I follow the gal on Instagram, and she's a hoot, she's very funny. So I got this dress. It looked beautiful in the Instagram pictures, but I looked gross. I looked like that Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in the Ghostbusters. It was not good. It was not cute at all. So I returned it, and then I saw a dress on sale on Beholden, BHLDN, Anthropologie's sister site. Of course, I was checking there out because I like Anther a lot, and that's their wedding company. And I ordered a dress on sale, and I liked it, and I'm keeping it. So that's that. Yeah, and then, so just yesterday, Saturday, Andy and I went to our jeweler. It's the guy who designed my ring. His name is Twan, and I also got earrings. I don't have them on, but I got my earrings for my birthday from him. And he's gonna do my wedding band. So yesterday we did that. We went and told him what we want. I tried on some bands. It's just gonna be simple. It's gonna be platinum. The same material that I have with the micro pave diamonds, just straight, and it can go flush against this. There's not going to be any rubbing against like the sapphire or anything, and it'll look really pretty and shimmery. We're only doing the half band of diamonds kind of to match this, so on one side it'll just be the metal, on the other side it'll be bam, all glittery and stuff. And Andy actually just wants to buy a simple ring online. I offered for him to have that experience of going to Twan and designing the, wedding band of his dreams and doing something really unique and special, so he could feel that special way that I felt, working on my engagement ring. But he said no, he just wants to get something simple online, so we'll do that. Yeah, so that's as far as we've gotten. We still need to hire someone to marry us, find someone to do that, an officiant, and figure out when to send out invites. We're having a very small wedding, just 25 people. So I'm not sure if we'll do printed invites or kind of e-vites or something like that. And then we'd like to have a small reception just with cheese and wine afterwards, so it's not like a seated fancy lunch or anything, and hopefully people will be cool with it and understand why we're doing it, which is because we are on a budget. Yeah. So That's why we're doing it small. That's why we're doing it on a weekday, on a Friday. Yeah, that's kind of what we're working with here. So I think people who are invited, just basically just family and their partners and children will understand where we are coming from and why we are doing it small and stuff like that, and they should hopefully be supportive. So anyways, yeah, so that's the latest on our wedding planning. We are finally moving ahead. Yeah, so I will show you more of the kitty cats because I know people were asking about them recently. The cats like to stay upstairs. They like to snooze. They really, really, really like to snooze. Yes, you do, Stitch. You give me that little face. Those little purrs. Yeah, I know. Oh, Stitch. You're a good boy. How old are you, Stitch? Your birthday's coming up. Your birthday's coming up, and I think you're going to be 6 years old because I got you in 2013. Vicky's, how old are you? I got you in 2015. Yeah, July 11th, 2015. That's your adoption day. I think he's already 4. You already had your birthday, huh? I can't believe he's 4 already. He's still a little baby to me. Huh? Huh, Figgies? Are you gonna get your winter coat in? He starts getting his thicker, heavier coat in during the winter. Yeah, so I gotta brush you so you don't get too many hairballs, huh, baby? I gotta brush you a little bit. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining in and checking out the vanity and hearing about our wedding planning. I am so excited to share the news that we are moving forward and we will be getting married June of 2020. All right, bye-bye.